Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk a little bit about Nikki Haley and some reporting about a super PAC that I think is coming across wrong. So, we'll go over that. And then we're going to go over some other news involving Haley that is not entirely surprising. There's just been a whole lot occurring with her in a very short period of time, so we're going to run through all of it. Okay, so starting off with the news that I think most people have probably heard, Americans for Prosperity Action. It's a super PAC. I think most people would probably refer to it as the Koch brothers super PAC, that one. A lot of reporting is saying that they're pulling their support. No, they're pulling their funding from Haley. They're not going to be providing any additional funding to her at this time. They're not pulling their endorsement. So it isn't like they're abandoning her. That endorsement is worth a lot. That network's big. And for a lot of people who engage in politics at the machinery level within the Republican Party, the endorsement means a lot. They, quote, wholeheartedly support her continuing her campaign. But given the challenges in the primary states ahead, we don't believe any outside group can make a material difference to widen her path to victory. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that, much like we talked about before, hanging hopes that Trump isn't in the race. That's what's going on. And so while we continue to endorse her, we will focus our resources where we can make the difference. And that's the U.S. Senate and House. I think there'll probably be some surprising moves there from the super PAC as well. Okay, so is this a huge detriment to Haley? I mean, losing funding is always bad if you're a politician. Keeping the endorsement is good. Her fundraising isn't bad to begin with. So this is, it's not good news for her, obviously, but it's also not going to be the death blow that Trump world is likely to try to turn it into. Now, the other thing that has occurred is no labels. That was that group that tried to get like Manchin and Romney, and there was a whole bunch of talk about, I guess, a spoiler candidate, somebody that would pull votes from Biden. The idea is centrists, okay? For people who look at it through economic lines, definitely center-right, like more center-right than the Democratic Party. More to the right than the Democratic Party, for clarity there. But generally, as far as rhetoric, boring, centrist. They seem to be interested in Nikki Haley. And by that, quote, we'd definitely be interested in Nikki Haley. That's a surprise move. Now, that overture coming in public, maybe it's just them talking. But her running as a third-party candidate, that would change a lot of math across the board. Because while Nikki Haley is right-wing, okay, make no mistake about it, you know, she is not as fanatical as Trump, but she is a right-wing candidate. Her falling under no labels and running in that way, it might pull more votes than people are anticipating. Like Manchin, as an example. I don't think a whole lot of people were worried about that. Haley is a little bit different. Running as a third-party candidate, she could pull votes from both Biden and Trump. So we don't know if there's anything behind this statement other than they're interested. Well, of course they're interested. They don't have a candidate right now. if there's more to it than that, and Haley is interested in the event that she doesn't get the GOP nomination, there's going to be a whole lot of political strategists looking at a whole bunch of different states, and the battlegrounds will shift because there's going to be a much larger risk of losing a point or two where that point or two really matters. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.